Hello, 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 everybody. It's a wonderful Wednesday, sunny Wednesday, and want to make some brief comments about the Robert Whitaker versus Kelvin Gastelum matchup for the title at 185 pounds. I think this is a great fight. This is probably one of the best fights that's been made recently. I say that a little biasly because I'm a huge Robert Whitaker fan. He happens to be my favorite fighter at the moment, and I've liked him through his whole career. We got two guys here who actually started out in welterweight division and have gone up. Robert made that choice, one for the weight, he said. He was depleting his body so much, and going up to 185, when he did, it showed the difference. I mean, he just ran through a murderer's row to get to the title. Kelvin Gastelum, kind of the same thing. He continually was missing weight at 170 pounds. He had a hard time, so Dana wanted him to move up, and he's had continued success at 185 pounds. Now, it's an interesting style clash. I think this should be a very entertaining and exciting fight. It's a hard one really to predict and see how it's going to go. Both guys like to put the pressure on their opponents. They like to take the center of the octagon. They like to back the other guy up and use their skills. Whitaker mixes up his hands with a lot of kicks, and he keeps the pressure on his opponents. But this is the same thing really Gastelum does. Now Gastelum, I think his range of skills is a little different. I think his pure boxing is a little better than Robert Whitaker's, but I don't think his movement is as good. And but I do think his pure boxing is better. He seems to not throw a lot of kicks either. He throws one here or there, but not Robert Whitaker is heavy on throwing kicks. He throws a lot of them and a lot of different ones. He's ended a lot of fights by head kicks. So in the striking department, Whitaker has an edge on the kicks, but a little deficiency in the boxing. Now, I think that only plays in if Whitaker allows Kelvin to take the center of the octagon and put pressure on him. We've seen Whitaker pressured by Yoel Romero. Yoel Romero backed him up against the fence a lot. Yoel Romero was an excellent wrestler, also as Kelvin is an excellent wrestler. And we saw Robert's ability to stop the takedown, to counter wrestle up against the cage, and if he is taken down, to work and get back up pretty easily. He's got a solid counter wrestling game. He doesn't use very much offensive wrestling, and this something Kelvin might want to use to his advantage, to grind on Robert, wear him down a little bit. But both guys have excellent cardio. Kelvin does have the advantage in the wrestling, I believe. As a pure wrestler, he has more offensive wrestling he can use. That's a tool that, again, Whitaker doesn't use, but Whitaker can, if need to, wrestle. I see this fight going whoever can keep the pressure. Now, if Kelvin puts the pressure on, Robert is an excellent counter fighter. He lands a lot of good counter strikes, both punches and kicks, and he doesn't fight too terrible when being backed up under pressure. He keeps cool, he remains calm, he continues to move. You see lateral movement from him, and he throws a diversity of shots. Kelvin, not so much. I don't think he fights as good on the back foot. The key to him is going to be to keep that pressure on and keep Whitaker in front of him. When an opponent is right in front of Kelvin, that's when he seems to have success with his boxing. He's got quick, sharp hands, he's got heavy hands, and he uses some good feints, and he has excellent boxing ability. But this is a hard one to call to see which way it's going to be, because it's a very competitive matchup. I believe cardio won't come into concern. I don't know. The wrestling seems to cancel itself out. The striking is very, very close, and this may just be an issue of whoever is hungrier and whoever is on that night. Being a Whitaker fan, I will be pulling for Whitaker, but I can't say that Whitaker's a heavy favorite over Gastelum. I would give him a slight edge, being the champion. He's shown himself to have fought a better level of competition at 85 than Kelvin has. In fact, Kelvin lost to Weidman, I believe, but he beat some other good guys. So I think Whitaker's a little bit more suited for the weight class than Kelvin is. I think Kelvin's more of a natural 170 pounder. He's got a little baby fat around the midsection that he could easily lose, but I don't think he's very disciplined on that. So I think my prediction is going to be, I think it goes all 5 rounds. I think it goes to a decision, and I'm going to go with Whitaker by decision over Kelvin Gastelum. Let me know your thoughts and comments. What's your opinions and breakdown of the fight? Have a good day. God bless.